Hello, hope you're all doing very well. It's February 1st, and of course, today I'm back. So, today I'm going to be talking about many things. I'm going to be continuing to talk about the ice storm that we are watching across the southern plains and into the other areas of the south. Uh, and we're just going to be kind of looking into a little bit into like the longer range, or I guess mid to longer range, towards the end of the video. But yeah, hope y'all are all doing very good. It's Wednesday. And let's go ahead and get started. So these are current temperatures across the kind of southern plains area here. Kind of focusing on Texas here. Uh, we can see, Dallas Fort Worth area is generally right around 30 degrees right now, with some areas in 20s outside of that area. I mean, as you go south, like Waco right now is 30. It's 32 in Austin, about 30 to 30, 34. A little bit above freezing down by San Antonio, down in that area there. But most of like this area of central Texas here is just below freezing. I mean, even Houston's pretty cold down there with in like the low 40s. Uh, and we can see these below freezing temperatures do. Or we have like two pockets. So I have a pocket right here where we have some temperatures slightly above freezing in eastern Texas. So over in this area, I have just a very cold rain. If we take a look at radar right now, we can see we have a lot of freezing rain going on in the Dallas Fort Worth area. You go down further south, the Austin area. See probably some like freezing drizzle, and down towards San Antonio, it does switch over to just a normal rain, considering temperatures aren't below freezing. Uh, but then in this area here, we just have normal rain due to it, there being slightly warmer temperatures. Uh, So yeah, and then as you go further east over into Arkansas, northern Louisiana, we're like right above freezing in northern Louisiana, so that's helping to keep it as mainly rain instead of freezing rain. But then we have another pocket of below freezing temperatures that like most of Arkansas is in northwestern Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, and then as you go further north, it's just the normal cold air mass that we're seeing. I mean, even South Texas down by Brownsville is about 41, and then right along the coast for like even like still well in the 40s. So very cold. Couple of days you've been watching across Texas. I mean, we go back here to go back a little bit here. We can just go back to like when this actually happened. So that was Saturday, Sunday morning. You can see like the front come through Dallas. Uh, Very cold day in Oklahoma, and then this just slowly crept south through Sunday. Temperatures quickly dropping Sunday night in areas like San Antonio. And then by Monday morning, this was earlier this week, of course. Monday was really the first day Dallas didn't get above freezing. Tuesday, that area did not get above freezing. Today's really the warmest day we've seen since Sunday in multiple places, but it's still below freezing, helping to kind of build that ice uh, accumulation on some surfaces. I know in Austin area we had a lot of tree damage due to many of the trees down there. Even Dallas for like even in the Dallas area, you have a good bit of live oaks. I mean, of course, as you go down to like the Austin area, you have trees that like you have like things like live oaks or which are pretty much oak trees that just keep their leaves like throughout the year. And I know there's other types of oaks. I really don't I don't know everything about trees, so I'm sorry. Uh, but you have a lot of trees that like keep like the don't lose their leaves in the winter. Uh, so then that kind of also leads to tree damage because there's more surface area for that ice to kind of weigh the branches down. Uh, which is why like ice storms that you see in like the end of March in the south and stuff can just be like very devastating. Even if it's not as much ice, it's just trees are starting to have trees have leaves because it's spring. So you're just starting to see like a lot of stuff. But we're seeing a little bit of that in Texas. Throughout tonight, we can see this pocket of freezing rain moves up into Oklahoma, Arkansas, areas like in Tennessee getting more snow, northwestern Mississippi, not more snow, more freezing rain. But then for some reason, we just keep this one pocket here of rain stretching up in the southeast Oklahoma, a good portion of eastern Texas. But then on both sides of that, we're seeing freezing rain. Uh, and then as we go throughout tonight, we do see a little bit more precip get going across areas of Texas here, leading to once again, more freezing rain. Uh, Austin area could be getting in on some of that, although those temperatures are going to get pretty close to the freezing point in Austin. We can see all that freezing rain though. Definitely, probably we're probably gonna see a good bit more freezing rain in Austin, Fort Worth area. Although that's kind of weird though. The HRRR does have Dallas like areas getting rain instead of freezing rain. So I mean, those temperatures will be close, very close to 32 or at 32. So that would kind of help to potentially maybe melt some of it, but it's gonna still be overnight as well. So you're not really gonna have the help with like the sun or anything. But I mean, areas like west of the Dallas Fort Worth area, northwest of the Austin area, just will be getting hammered like throughout tonight with freezing rain. I mean, we still have, based off the latest HRRR, we still have like another quarter inch of ice potentially in some areas, or even just another tenth of an inch in like widespread areas, which is just enough to lead to many issues. Temperatures, though, take a look at temperatures. We can see how this area in eastern Texas remains above freezing throughout tonight, and then we do see some those above freezing temperatures kind of creep a little west. Not really though. We just see some areas like east of the Dallas area or in Dallas starting to get like a little bit above freezing. Although temperatures do pretty much remain the same, and I do think the HRRR is running a little bit. Well, again, not really. It's about, yes, the temperatures do kind of slowly warm as you go throughout tonight in many areas. But by tomorrow morning, you can see Austin's like right at 32. So is Dallas, Fort Worth right at 32. Areas like west are still down by about like down around 30. So that kind of a lot of help to keep the ice around. These temperatures do not change at all through the night. That's pretty interesting. Literally the same thing in Brownsville too, or not exactly. But yeah, so that's those temperatures throughout tonight. If we go back to the 18Z running the HRRR, we can go out a little further here. Tomorrow, I mean, most of Texas, probably all of Texas will see a couple of hours above freezing, so that'll help to kind of melt some of that ice. Although travel, tomorrow is not recommended. We can see this pocket of colder air still across this area. Texas 30s still for highs in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Maybe some areas, most areas will probably get up to about 40, but then you'll have a few pockets where temperatures will probably get up to like about 37, 38 in this area of Texas. But still a very cold day, even as you go over into northern Louisiana, Arkansas, Memphis area. But many areas are above freezing. That's kind of what matters, though. So like precipitation tomorrow afternoon, we're pretty much just going to be looking at mostly rain, which is good to see. But yeah, that's that. I want to go take a look at the GFS model now. We're just going to zoom out to the entire country. And if I can get this to, there we go. Yeah. So that system just brings a bunch of rain to the southeast once again. A couple of the models have been hinting at a potential like winter weather event across North Carolina and like areas of South Carolina as well. I'm really doubting that just because I don't see us having the cold air in place to really get anything in that area. Take a look at the latest HRRR. Go back to the 18Z. So we see a lot of rain just generally throughout the southeast Thursday, and then pretty much like sinks further south by Friday morning. But the HRRR, it literally has no snow in those areas, and temperatures either way in the backside are in the 40s on the backside of that rain. I mean, those below freezing temperatures don't really come in until, I mean, we get some temperatures that are like in the upper levels that are probably favorable for some snowfall in this area here. But we take a look at like precipitation. The HRRR just has it moving out so quickly. I mean, way too like very quickly there. So that's going to be an issue. The NAM3 doesn't even indicate snow anymore in that area. So I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing a winter event. I don't know why the GFS has that, but I know just from like previous events, the GFS does tend to kind of go like be colder with these types of events, because I mean, I don't think any other model has like this cold of the temperatures being this cold on Friday. We take a look at the European here, if I can actually click it. And I mean, it's quite a bit warmer. We also don't see those temperatures down near freezing Friday morning, so that would also. I really don't know. I don't think we're gonna see really any winter like weather. I wouldn't be surprised though. Maybe if you're lucky, some areas, probably up in like North Carolina, do you see like a few brief flakes mix in, heavy like maybe some like brief wet snow, but I don't think we're gonna see anything big, or maybe I really don't think we're gonna see anything at all, to be honest. But yeah, and now on the last topic for today's video, it's kind of just talking about like the longer range. We can take a look at like the 6 to 10 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. I'll try to zoom it in a little bit here, so you can see that. But yeah, not really looking promising for anybody in the east here. The west, southwest below average. This is valid from February 7th to the 11th, but then the east is just well above average precipitation as well, so very similar to what we're seeing now. 8 to 14 day outlook, similar thing, and 3 to 4 week outlook, February 11th to the 24th. A couple days old, but kind of similar with the east still being warm. I mean, I don't think many areas in the southeast. I think many areas in the southeast will go snowless again. If really you didn't get in on like any of the systems last year. I mean, we had last January wasn't bad. Okay, we had January 16th. January I think it was the 21st, 28th. The thing is I mean, most of these systems they like favor more northern areas or the Carolinas. Not really like anywhere further south of I-85 in Georgia. Although I mean, Columbia, South Carolina, they get lucky. They got what they deserved last year. They had a nice 2-inch system, but I don't think it's hard to tell. I mean, I don't want to say we're not like I don't want to be like everybody on Twitter saying that like nothing's gonna happen this year, like saying that winter's over. I don't believe winter's over. I think we'll see something at some point, but I don't think we're gonna. I think many areas like Atlanta, Columbia will has a good chance of not getting snow this winter. At this point, just because it's so warm. I mean, I don't think. I mean, just there hasn't been average snowfall. I mean, I know many areas of the southeast that like have not gotten their average snowfall since 2014. Or no, like about 2017 to 2018, some areas did, but then some areas, mainly from Benji, or not from Benji, I'm not going to use the Weather Channel's name for that system, but I'm going to, like, the big winter storm, like, on December 9th, or west of Atlanta got, like, a foot of snow. I mean, many areas, did get their average snowfall that year, although areas east of I-85, east of Atlanta, kind of got missed out on that. But I mean, some areas have not gotten their average snowfall since like 2013 to 2014, that winter. So I don't really know anymore. I mean, this is a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. But yeah, and I mean, we're not really gonna be looking at a favorable pattern after this moves out. We're just gonna be looking at very cold weather in the northeast, briefly, and then it warms up. And really next week we're not looking at a whole lot of it like an active pattern, but maybe around the 9th to the 10th is when I'd want to watch our next stuff. We have a couple of systems there that pop out into the plains around the 9th and the 10th next week. GFS has been pretty consistent with that. Like, and then we'll take a look at the Euro. Yeah, the Euro also has a couple of systems around there. Euro's a little bit more interesting though with this. Yeah, 240 hours out, so I wouldn't really say it's gonna happen there, but that'd be pretty nice. But I don't think it's gonna. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna say it's 240 hours out, so it's probably not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen just like that. It's definitely not gonna see something similar to that, but. We'll probably be looking at more active pattern as we head towards like mid next week. So we've got about a week of like, or not really a week of about, because I mean we're still pretty active right now, but about like 5 days, a little bit of a more quiet period for some areas of the country. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all have an excellent day tomorrow. I'll either be back tomorrow or Friday. But yes, goodbye.